Hello and welcome back to PSY-POD, the podcast about nothing, the podcast where we usually bring local people to talk about local things and local vibes. We are just like Tromde catching you, not throwing your chani properly and posting your picture online. Same energy. So, before we begin, actually usually give me a interest pichung, but now it's just me and Norlha today. And what I realized is, another Norlha chamshi episode came today. So let's see what happens, Also, we couldn't find a guest at this hour, last minute.
Bail B.
Actually, give me the last bail, so you know who you are. Same with so. All right, we're going to talk about what? We're going to talk about war. Yeah, emu wars. We're going to talk about the gay bomb. Yes, US tried to make a gay bomb once. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about Bale's new album and how Norlha is going with it. We'll talk about Norlha's eventful weekend. We'll talk about Barter Bazaar demo last week. Okay, then he got more than he bartered for.
Thank you.
What was I going to say? We can also talk about, what was it? Something else I wanted to talk about. Yeah, let's talk about Nepal shit. A lot of things happening. America, crazy shit happening. Yeah, so with that being said, PSY-POD starts now. PSY-POD. Okay, before we start, you must be wondering, why do I look like I'm about to read English news at 9 p.m? Well, that's beside the point. I have a question for you instead. Are you abroad? Have you studied abroad, back to Bhutan and wanting to go abroad again? Have you been in Bhutan your whole life and now considering to study abroad? Do you live alone? Do you have an open mind? If all these questions are going through your head, then this episode is sponsored by Global Reach, which might be able to answer them. Global Reach is Bhutan's first and oldest education consultancy firm. Yes, they've been doing it since 2004. The year probably most of you were not even born. You were probably in your past life as a goat grazing the fields of Lhazzzy. Speaking of goat, Global Reach is the goat of sending Bhutanese kids to study abroad. Global Reach has certified counselors which will help you with the entire process, which means they are not just about putting you in an airplane and the see ya method. They'll help you with more things such as a bank account setup, health insurance, and also they included the air ticketing. And with connections with over 40 universities in Australia, your education opportunities are endless. And not only in Australia, they'll also help you connect with places in New Zealand, Canada, and even the US, America. So if you have dreams of studying abroad, just like the Honda guy dreams of picking up a foreigner, then Global Reach just might be your best wingman. Yes. Global Reach, a trusted name, a trusted open mind. Now, back to the episode. Okay, we're back. Right, before we begin, like always, give a huge shout out to DOMCIIP. Thank you again for supporting this podcast. So actually, they've supported us again more. 2 years in a row, man. Love you, DOMCIIP. Okay, so thanks to DOMCIIP for that. Then we also have to give up to our PODHEADS. Yeah. Thanks for continuing to provide the opchi which Norlha drinks and the lights on on our faces. If you want to be a PODHEAD, please check out the description. Press the join button or a link here. And this happens if you're living abroad because now local feature na mindu. If you want to upgrade from a PODHEAD to a PODHEAD Pro, button machine such settings na check you can be like Doti, see like this. Norlha was saying any mistaking, but this see look at the nice, beautiful feature you get. You can be like this. Amazing. And also I gotta give a shout out to last time like Jesnu, but I got one free football jersey from TNT football store, so just shout out to them. Good shit, good quality. Then size Thaye because I'm a big boy and a double XL Thaye, so shout out to them. And what was it I was going to go give a shout out to? What was I going to give? Okay, if I remember it, I'll let us know on the way. All right. Before we begin, last time we had Ma'am Kutira, and Norlha was out of town, and she was very kind to give us this nice Oracle Dragon card. So we thought we will just have. So she gave us some energy. Yeah, she's red your energy.
Love this one.
This is for you. This is for your guidebook. Cut through this cards, look at this. Look at the quality, build quality. The build quality is very nice.
TCGs trading card game. Let's go.
Yeah. So yeah, you shuffle it. No, this is for the pod, so it's okay. No, just shuffle it. Give it a shuffle. Whenever it feels right, you stop. Okay.
Yeah.
It feels right. Okay. So right before we start, let's do our Nordic reading.
Late enough.
Yeah. Pick one. But then not much stuff. Like think about let's example, how is my album going to be? And then pick one. Okay, then shit. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
Just one. Just one. Okay. Okay. Show the audience. Let's see the audience. Magic trick. Okay. What is it? I don't know. Try to zoom in post. I don't know. Okay. Okay. What is it? It says inspiration. Wow.
Oh, 41.
41. Go to 41.
42 Shega.
42 which one?
Hitchhiker's Guide to the
The
answer to
life.
Life
universe.
and everything. 41. No.
41.
Inspiration.
41 inspiration. Inspiration ni mochi. Pick the card. Inspiration just.
It says 41. No, 41.
41 remember inspiration.
Yeah, I need number 41, not the page.
Yeah, on 41
No.
Inspiration. Okay, the dragon speaks. Okay, go for it.
In the light of inspiration, let the brilliant flames of fire ignite your imagination, fuel your creative passions, and transform your dreams into reality with the boundless energy of your inner fire. Wow. The dragon speaks, brother. Anina.
So,
yeah.
Do you think that kind of resonates with what you thought about?
Yeah, I feel the fire. Thank you.
The inspiration. Okay.
So what about you? You try one?
No, I did it last
should
time.
be. Okay.
All right. This episode is inspired, okay? It's inspiration for this episode. Okay, let's lock it up. And if you want to buy these cards...
design.
It's a really good bill card. If you want to buy these cards, the 100% proceeds go to Nunslo. Nagi, Animsu. 100%.
Damn, man.
And you can get it at DSP Bookstore, Lungta.
Plus it's Bhutanized.
And then
nice.
if you're a Bhutanese, you get certain price off. But if you're a foreigner, you get the chilip tax. Okay, so sorry about that.
The dragon's gift. Yeah.
Dragon's gift, indeed. Okay. All right, Norlha. Okay, what do you want to talk about? You want to talk about the weekend? How was your weekend? Eventful?
The way it was nice. Okay.
Okay, huh? How was the Barter Bazaar?
Yeah, Barter Bazaar was nice. It was nice.
Nah, performance comes since daytime.
We just performed 3-4 songs.
But then there was other performances, man. I saw on the.
Yeah, just to keep the event lively.
But mainly it was just to sell stuff. It's all this thing. What money donated in?
Yeah, it's all donated.
Donated and then you sell it and then sell it for proceeds.
Not sell it also. We didn't sell
you didn't sell it. Everyone has to come and bring something and then bargain.
No.
Barter.
So ngachi group touching the earth la beba. So during the 2-day camps, during the final day, we came up with some ideas on how we can put any Buddhist philosophies into exciting things that we can do. So some time before that we did like silent hikes, the same meditation project mandala now we're moving on with doing these kinds of small initiatives, the events chunku so we can get group communities so that urban domrana it's called Barter Bazaar so I wasn't involved mostly in the project. That's part this nature being such busy, but props goes to the people who worked in the team. They worked really hard for this. So kongi chala desu lenbe 2 weeks ago they started getting these things. Chala len dele gera dombe dele ani gera dumi desu ma urban domra kevi. They just announced that we're going to do a Barter Bazaar. So
chala anyone just could say like volunteers donate, whatever free stuff.
They can donate books, clothes, electronics, whatever the freebies.
Alrighty.
So in exchange lucky dip zoom like for example in exchange for example Barter Bazaar kitab chithap chilomo tangani kitab interesting do and exchange begin they'll give you like a sack and lucky dip zoom and just say like write down 5 things you're grateful for and sometimes there's something positivity spread benign so there's no stick no any so me halam chionde they exchanged the gola this do drip this day ro khatara there's Yeah, a lot of things, and a lot of people showed up and they liked the initiative. And they just take that paper and social media na shout out bits watch instead of So that's how we build ante.
But what is actually the goal of touching the earth? Just to make the group a little larger and think about what Buddhism, yeah?
Not really, man.
What is it, Mapa, the goal? If you just want to make the group larger, if that is the goal.
Like, no first day camp, when we were invited, I didn't know what this camp was for. This camp is like 99% fun, 1% Buddhism sounds.
Last time you told me it was 90% fun,
okay,
10%
maybe it moved.
Buddhism.
Sorry,
See, it moved up, huh? It moved up to 1,000%.
Not about the numbers.
1,000% since the last time I heard that. Okay.
Number equal maths. But anzumchite, like these philosophies. So just naturally creative community. I think the emphasis that they put is creative people in Bhutan. Kongso atichi support atichi jinge se no anzum camp chichime like. Creative industry name and the marshal of the people in the camp. So we're getting these opportunities, platforms to do anzumchite, to use our skills to benefit anzumchite for a social cause. To best no yeah. And the group is really nice, really group of diverse too. So kongi expertise, knowledge, kongi experience of the ngarayan network zoom jome lijim pentobe. So yeah, rank tags I don't know what to say.
Yeah, it's still a little confusing even though having a few times experience with them. Even if the goal is to spread Buddhism in a way, in a cool way. But
this is what I think.
Okay, that's your interpretation of touching the earth. Okay, the touching the earth guys are there. Tell us in the comments why you want to grow your network. Okay, what's next for touching the earth? What do you think is next? What are some upcoming events?
Like group this no breakdown baby like someone would suggest okay digital detox the world is okay, why not have a digital detox camp or a class then we'll put it and you gotta execute bits of them we'll look through it, then we'll move on all the ideas that the members put forward during the camp.
Okay, that's a good idea.
Yeah,
go do something. And best thing is just
digital detox.
No. I'm saying if you want to do digital detox, you can do games. No, you let them play chunky, labar, jackal. And it will be fun. That will be a little bit interesting.
Yeah.
How's your screen time?
My screen time.
Well, let's update our screen times. On the settings of Josh. Me and Norlha see, by the way, same phone. By the way, I lost my phone in Thailand. And I came back and Norlha shat on me because he said I lost my iPhone energy. Order Jandanulo. And after 1 month, he bought the same phone as me. So it just goes to show.
Android, we are mandroid.
Okay, digital well-being is not just Google. Google law settings, digital well-being. Oh, no. Screen time. Wow, your screen time is more than me. Wow, I can't believe I beat Norlha.
Let's check out the socials and
okay,
the product.
First tell me. Okay, my screen time is 4 hours and 38 minutes.
Mine is 6 hours 20 minutes.
Okay, mine is mostly social. I'll be honest, and video.
So thing is,
Pokemon.
6 hours left. 3 hours 48 minutes. Pokemon MMO narabanos. Pokemon Delta and Collins.
How many hours long?
No, Pokemon.
3 hours there. So half the time you're playing Pokemon. Then another hour is YouTube.
Look at my social. 38 minutes.
You're not much on IG. That's why he never picks up the phone. She got notifications off in her. It is. We caught him, boys. Easy. Sure, you're turning your notifs off for your socials as well, just to play to Pokemon trading card game.
Trading mess, MMO.
The trading card game is King Little Gambly what?
No, there's no gambling.
Well, packs minute makes you dopamine kick to me minute. Packs.
The top
You just have to like requirements, to open all those packs.
Not really, it refreshes there. So they can you keep on going back there. That's how they hook you, man.
So your mom, your digital consumption is gaming me more.
Just this week season. Okay. This week
This week when there's not gaming, mom digital consumption goes me.
Digital consumption mostly YouTube. I think YouTube rabbit hole.
YouTube short doom scroll or YouTube long form.
Not short for ante. The Chizum and the interesting emu wars, gay bomb lands. Aside interesting. That rabbit hole that you want to research.
But you doom scroll is in there.
Doom scroll, bro.
How about TikTok? TikTok na zoom me.
Not on
because I've realized every time I'm rarely on live, she TikTok zoom me.
Met the notification on button.
Eh na?
Sonsa is going live.
Oh, see, I think it's
yeah. Mostly ani dante. Comic books thabdai tani gachina. App napchimi na gachina recommend beam na anande. It's really interesting. DC comics thabdai.
Okay, they're somewhat healthier. Not healthy at all, but healthier. Ngai di mom IG na zoom cha. The reels got to me, man.
Ani jago is ani IG reels.
Plus I need to like texting group chat / then mapli chita or the group chat ki reel chi share be then you don't realize the next you're on a reel loop. And I zoom cha.
Achi charo Kalen ki he lives in monk mode me. Simplified mode ni. Like only phone, calculator, camera, ani just
no, I get it also, but animes. First of all, in our line of work, creator memo, you have to keep yourself updated and stimulus what works, what doesn't work. That's why when I go to the gym, I'm always like, what podcast can be like useful? So when I work out, mentally I stimulate so whether you learn about FBI or you learn a comedian gets each interview just to check out their where they're coming from, something like that. Remember, but the content you absorb, you can also choose to watch the good ones also. But sometimes you distract. You're watching too many Korean girls dance or you're watching too many brain rot, shit. But sometimes out of body moments where you're on a loop of just watching gym memes for another 30 minutes. So I think like Gelding is cold turkey. I think it's you're missing out. There's some good nuggets minute. Not time there.
But atsichi nam jome minute.
Nam di jome
always any instant gratification zoom content.
Then you get fidgety, anxious to me when you're not.
And most of these video makers also cater towards it. Grippings or
I'm also a maker of that. So share with it. But I'm saying is like I think cold turkey also not nice. There's some good stuff I learned online, man. How to parallel park. Uncle Chinese chicken attention parallel parking chapna or like Kashlonga chimna ni Kashlonga, what's the word? Mosquito repellent natural remedy. Or like to wipe and good scratch you can learn a lot of interesting things like that.
Yeah.
But then like if you're caught up, like the way I see it is I check my Instagram explore. Explore to open which like your explore I think will be healthier. So if you go to my explore, we got some football stuff, we got some 3D rendering.
Stop
wasting it. Calf workouts. Got Britney Spears for some reason. So not many what do you call
screenshot tabna.
Shitty shit. Screenshot tabna. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Tame. Okay. Cheek. Okay. You guys judge whose explore looks worse.
Shrek needs.
Shrek. What the fuck is that?
I have no idea.
What the fuck is that, man?
Any drip in them and my glasses this on.
I think both of ours are not that
wrestling
bad.
Wrestling only.
Wrestling
only. Okay. Spider-Man wrestling, Beyblade, Charmander, cats, dogs.
It's okay. But then if you go in and you see some Charosugi, Korean boom, tits ass. Now that's when like fucking guy, you gotta dial it back down a bit, man.
Algorithm
is
even,
No, it just gives you whatever you want. So sometimes it happens, I can be a victim of this also. Sometimes I see boom thong the thing, right click baby, uninterested. Sorry, uninterested.
The devil.
But the devil teases you. Once in a while it pops up, just to catch you. Hey, you still don't want it? You sure? So that's how this digital literacy system, man. Be careful, man. Be careful. Algorithm this, yeah. Okay, Norlha. You want to talk about the gay bomb?
Get you gay bomb.
That's your podcast in this. Joe Rogan. So basically,
it's an explosive. Yeah.
So wait. So basically, now we can Google this later. Basically, 1990s now, America. I think they wanted to find this like neurobomb. Neurobomb. Okay. Like maybe like back then that was 90s. Imagine what they're planning now. So they wanted to attack their enemies, and their logic was, we'll drop a gay bomb. Okay, we'll make a gay bomb. So this gay bomb will have some pheromones, which will like release, which will make you
everyone gay.
In that area attracted to same sex, and it'll create a rift and destroy your mind, and then the battlefield. What the fuck? We're gay now. All of a sudden, disrupt the whole. Maybe they're attacking the Islamic countries because it'll disrupt mom. So basically, like their thought process was, if you drop this neuro bomb,
So scientific backing at the end.
So basically, it was like, I think from like a group, government ki section, FBI or CIA, they came up with the idea. They proposed to the, what you call, bill passers law.
To weaponize homosexuality.
No, to make a gay bomb. To make a gay bomb. Wow. Not to weaponize sexuality, sorry. Make a literal gay bomb. They proposed $7.5 billion. So in bomb, and they didn't classify where they want to attack and use it, but they said they wanted to make it. So there was a legit thing with it. But the funny thing is, what you forget is, if you're gay more, you're stronger in wars. Think about the Spartans. The Spartans cared more about their brother because they were having sex with each other. They were gay because they felt that if I go to war with my brother, who I love with my body and soul, then I'll fight for you. So instead, they would have done US mom worse thing. Maybe those other countries, they might have, God damn it, I didn't want to fight for my family, then I would fight for you. Who knows? So their logic was wrong, Messi. But there was a legit thing, a gay bomb.
Achilles and That's why Achilles was so strong.
Why? Because he only his Achilles could be damaged there.
No, Achilles and Troy movie
Trojan horses there more.
Cousin Jamyang. He has a cousin in the movie.
Okay,
it's called Patroclus. But that's why Achilles, the mid of the story now, he's like, I don't want to be part of this war because that's cool. Retaliate beyond the king on his side. The unbending cousin dons in the movie, his cousin dons his armor and goes to war. They pa Hector Chominate, Katarapagi. The untap the sick tomate, the co honor tomate, Achilles says. But Achilles tells him something you cousin soon. Next day, and Kogin be, Comas human, now you know who you're fighting, set up there. So in the books, actually, Patroclus is not his cousin. Moving the Jamzuli is his
lover. He's his lover.
His friend.
His really good friend.
Who he grew up with.
Very closely.
Which he loves brotherly.
That's the theory. So yeah. So see, gay makes you stronger, man. Okay. So if you want to fucking go to war, you find gay soldiers, man. That's the secret memo. Gomora. That's one fun fact I got. And then
drop Beirut then.
What?
The bomb.
They didn't get past, so they're requesting $7.5 billion.
Billion, yeah.
Yeah, to develop this bomb. They had all the this is how we'll make it. Test dummies, and then you proposed to the government. The government did not approve, but it was about to be approved. But the fact that they even thought about it is ridiculous. A gay bomb.
Tamapani really spilled the so toxins this again DNA this
I'll read this.
Like Agent Orange to me the Vietnamese ki come chief and messed up that gas.
Which gas?
Vietnamese the US war they also used anybody. Anzum they like gas ki.
The Americans or the Viets?
The Americans used on the Viets. Agent Orange in the bit. It's a horrible gas.
Oh shit, I never heard about it.
That way there's people living with side effects. Birth defects anzum told them and I but I know it's banned.
But basically what does the gas do there? What does it do?
Anzum wanted the mess up baby.
Neurobomb, yeah.
Anzum something to do with the gas and the toxins, this DNA structure
gay bomb the pheromones you know what pheromones are?
Yeah.
It's basically the scent people release not attract.
Similar so kongi do so side effects they don't have.
So okay, so the gay bomb was the United States Air Force proposed a non-lethal psychochemical weapon in the 1990s that would use sex pheromones to cause homosexual behavior among enemy soldiers. Although it was never developed or deployed, the proposal was documented in a 1994 document from the Wright Laboratory and acquired by the Sunshine Project through the Freedom of Act information request by the which the Pentagon did not deny was made. So Pentagon acknowledged that this gay bomb was proposed to be developed, but it was never developed. Yeah, nice.
Wow.
Do you know Buzz Aldrin?
Sure.
Second man on the moon. Basically now he's old. No, either it's dementia or he's finally coming out, but he's saying the moon landing never happened. What is your theory, Norlha?
Coil up there. Never happens.
Yeah, he never had.
How old is he?
He's like, I don't know. He's probably up there, man.
Happened baby woman because there was a huge race between.
What was that project called?
Huh?
Project Ashtega Nidhi. Ming. The race to the moon. I know there was a huge race. That's why it's more liable. But do you know the theory, Shegamapa? The Kubrick theory.
Kubrick theory. Stanley Kubrick.
Oh.
Meshe.
You know Kubrick, right?
Yeah.
One of the greatest directors of all time. Made 2001 Odyssey. What is it? The Shining.
Parts of Gloria Kogina.
I watched that though. I don't know.
Okay.
So anyways, the theory goes like this, that the US government hired Kubrick to film the moon landing. So soundstage made it look moonish. And Kubrick did it because he was the best at the time to make it look, because he's even 2001 Odyssey still stands today. It's really, at least practical effect wise, very good for 70s men. Think about it. So they're like, that's our guy. So in exchange, Kubrick said, I want to make a movie with no pushback and regulations, because he wanted to make one very social commentary movie. Back then, Hollywood produced the bombs if they want to affect themselves or if they doesn't follow their agenda. So government said, okay, we'll give you full control over your next project, but you have to do this and you keep this secret to the grave. They said, okay. So they filmed the moon landing. And then Kubrick made another movie. I forgot what it was called, 1990s. But it was basically a movie criticizing the elites of America, like oligarchs, the Russians, the chaebols of Korea, the oligarchs of US exposed like how they like right now we're getting to know about people like Epstein or Weinstein. Back then, released movies like characters which represented those, exposed. So apparently that movie never got aired, and Kubrick disappeared. So that's the theory.
So yeah, wow.
Yeah, man.
Machine, I fake memes, no man. I don't know, man. Conspiracy, bro. I don't think they would fake such a huge thing, man. But machete, they were racing.
Cold War, man, at that time.
Cold War, like, any.
It's Johnny Die.
It's Johnny Die.
I'll reply, don't worry. Okay, go on. You think it's not fake? Why?
I don't know, man. I just don't think it is, man. Backing the
I don't think it's fake because I don't think it is.
Yeah, here the proof said me, but leading to this, like after the World War, the tensions they the Soviet, the US, so they put man in the sky. Now they want the next big thing.
But think about it. When has between that, how many people have been on the moon?
So so the podcast name last year, so it's very vague, Jason. But like Soviets were like years ahead, Lucy. Putting man on the moon. They already began their experiments. The US as the only reason why like US denda hits humidi, like there was a core person on the Soviets team, and he came over to the US side and that's how US also was propelled, and they had their different launch. They tried, so they did the testing and everything. They did a lot of testing. So all those just for them to so I think it's solid.
No, they would have done it to win. They would have done it to win. If anyone would have done it just to win, it would be Americans.
Yuri Gagarin in first man in outer space. I think
Russians also in terms of what they call athletics. I was watching this documentary about steroids. So Russians also by 1960s they were doing testosterone therapy back then when that's why most of their people back there around the 70s 80s Russian band when they started detecting these fucking Russians of fucking superhuman, man. And I think this is also like Captain America's
Winter Soldier.
You know that they were banned. Even the most recently, as in last Olympics they were banned because of war.
Ivan Dragovich,
Ivan Dragovich, man. So they were making super soldiers, in the 60s era because of it. But back then, for them, we thought fucking super soldiers. Now it's basically testosterone therapy. So in our body na sugars, we have estrogen and testosterone. So they were fucking pumping extra testosterone, which our body cannot naturally produce. So you're stronger, you're bigger, you're everything, man. You're fucking
down.
Have you seen like Arnold at his peak at Darnabagi Mr. Universe? It's fucking night and day, messy, because the test ski. Obviously, Arnold had it in his time, but like the science has evolved so much more. Last time, Trump and Putin, when they met in China, they got a conversation saying we're going to live forever. And people are like, what the fuck, man? That sounds scary also. And I think it's possible, man. Okay,
speaking of Arnold, Terminator movie na dumina. I'll be back. Let me think.
Yeah.
And the iconic John dumina there. It's just one line, no.
Yeah.
So Arnold gi interview china lab this James Cameron chiko tell tapchilis ana. And the line that's money kha dumina. I will be back. And I'll come back. And some membe as tapchilis.
Yeah, nice.
The James Cameron gi lapchina and after 15-20 takes. This paid, I'll be back. And some lapchilase. Okay, just let it go. I mean, creative control the shot the labge kui vision me lab jailase. Then a movie sa fan you see that line, same got line the movie game, iconic lines. And I'll be back. So yeah, man, sometimes mistakes and everything.
Yeah. Sometimes what you think is shit right in front of you, it becomes iconic. On that topic, interesting. You know Marlon Wayans?
Marlon Brando shit.
Okay, so Wayans brothers share. Have you heard of the Wayans brothers? So there's these three brothers who are damn good comedy geniuses. They made things like My Wife and Kids. Remember that? And the Scary Movie franchise. And White Chicks.
Oh, okay.
So Marlon Wayans is the youngest brother. So Kundusu, during the 1990s, when they were a long story, which I'm going to this point, but it's a fun when I look back at it. So you guys should check out the Wayans brothers. So basically, SNL was there, but SNL was predominantly a white cast, and they had hard time getting in also. So they started their own show called In Living Color, and In Living Color they had a breakout star. Guess who it was? Jim Carrey.
Wow.
So they had an alternative sketch comedy series.
Living Color,
In Living Colors, it's like a sketch comedy series, but predominantly black cast.
Band in the Living Colors, predominantly black.
Okay, maybe I'm making the wrong. I'm making the wrong.
Living Colors, same punky theme song.
That's Jim Carrey.
Cult of Personality.
I know that. Jim Carrey in Living Color in Living Color, it's called In Living Color only.
Yeah, Living Colors in.
Okay, In Living Color. Okay. So, anyways, later on, Kundusu, when they became, after Living Color, they started the Scary Movie franchise. And Scary Movie 1 and 2 became really popular. But from 3, you saw a little dip. From 5, let's dip 20 minutes. Because what happened was...
From 5?
Yeah.
5 diga chigi didn't.
5 gidi magawade. 4 since the gawade. 4 since the ga.
There's no 5.
So 4 since the Wayans brothers had control. And IPA, Tamalasna, after the 4th, it became really popular. No. The studio executives, they had power of the IP. They had the copyright. So they kicked them out. And then they did 5, 6 and they went hurry. And then they did White Chicks and all. But anyways, another story was like, these black guys always like, ideas still bad. They always pushed them down in Brazil. But they kept making good shows. Okay, recently what happened was there's a movie called Him. So it's a sports psychological horror movie, American football gi. Producer Jordan Peele, director Khatra Chidu, and then Marlon Wayans is acting in it. Reviews, how like 20 or 30% Rotten Tomatoes. And he posts Instagram, he's saying, obviously these more review they have their own opinions and entitled and if they didn't enjoy it, what to do more? And they have good acumen to say they did or not. But it shouldn't judge your whole movie experience. Like, go watch and check it out. I think it was a great movie. I don't agree with them, but you guys, I should urge you to watch and make your own decision before coming, because they never. Have you noticed, like, Rotten Tomatoes very impactful with theater performance. People check it out. It affects the theaters. And what example he gave was review of old movies. Scary Movie was 50% Rotten Tomato. White Chicks was 10%. Haunted House was like 30%. White Chicks was 10%, man. 10%. Iconic movie. White Chicks is 10% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Meet the Spartans at 10, but it's the most beautiful movie I've ever seen during my childhood, man.
Meet the Spartans was a scary movie.
Man. Scary. Meet the Spartans.
Okay, tier list okay. What will you put? Meet the Spartans.
S tier. S tier is.
Okay, white chicks got this one.
White chicks S tier. Like
yes.
I'm parody. It's not a parody only. White chicks thing. It's about.
It is a parody, but not a parody. It's a satirical movie. They're making fun of white girls.
The parody na the affair hits. Funny bits.
They created a genre more.
The white chicks na the mibate. It's a story.
Yeah, but what about scary movie then? That's a scary movie should be more superior than Meet the Spartans.
Scary movie superior. Superior. It's S
plus, yeah.
S tier.
Scary movie got them first 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't count 5.
War of the Worlds gidi kai.
4, yeah.
Because that's the first one I
watched. Yeah.
I like Chettri grudge gi alu yemin. Grudge dong ba de tai ba.
What is that?
I'm chum.
Sushi, sashimi. No more.
Benihana teriyaki.
Sushi Samurai long. Suzuki Sushi Samurai. I really still remember. Okay. So but anyways, so just goes to show like Rotten Tomatoes ki movie not always is good. That's why even if it's good, it's not always great for me. Like how much I hate Interstellar. So what's one movie which is either really good by Rotten Tomatoes, which you think is shit, or a shitty movie in Rotten Tomatoes which you think is really good?
My Rotten Tomatoes rating tan miss. IMDb tons.
You're an IMDb guy. Oh, IMDb then trust me sunja.
Meme ani Google build IMDb on me the first. The Rotten Tomato meter theme thendi.
Tomato meter the mom accurate do what da. Like at least like, okay. But
synopsis ch hapjante ani kolme oh interesting you was okay dajing yes mi watching the meta.
My thought process is movie the rating then it should more likely be good. And when like let's say you invest 2 hours of your life watching this movie. If it's shit, you feel like you're never gonna get the 2 hours back. But then again, on the same time, you can go 2 hours on doom scroll the month, and you don't think about that. That's not the conversation.
Yeah, okay. What about you?
Movie, yeah. I just told you. Interstellar. I can always go back.
Why do you hate Interstellar? Man?
Because Interstellar. First of all, Nolan hate be meme. Inception is one of my favorite movies of all time. Inception is like here, Interstellar is here.
Why?
Because Nolan he gets some serious jomas. Like movies should be practical.
1 minute bring the chugai.
Okay. Okay, and we're back. Why do I hate Interstellar? I think we talked about this on so much times in the podcast. It's become a meme now. So Nolan takes it too seriously. You know he shoots in the IMAX camera, which is very loud. But he does it because camera no cinema no legend. Tamalas camera cinema they convert back to digital. For the naked man's eye.
So IMAX
we don't care. So he's an overkiller. Okay. Second of all, black hole authentic shoot bini den le. Who gives a shit? CGI machine china so na dung do hoka he wants to shoot it ngombara bazibit. Authenticism. God damn. Okay, overkill them na. You think you can tell the difference between a CGI black hole and the fucking Nolan black hole? Like,
no. Overkill. Like I think Nolan wanted like because
authentic.
Because Interstellar came out before black hole ki image minate goma le mathori. Did you know? Like 2-3 years ago, the black hole image process bits of this because it's thousands, millions of pictures processed, no? And you like this. So Anzume, Christopher Nolan, he worked with Kip Thorne from NASA, and who was like black hole expert zume. So speculate bebe gazmonga, dani NASA ki thomi data de rakhogi study ki data feed binduvate to generate that. So what you see in Interstellar is almost similar to how the picture is when it came out a few years ago. So there's a lot of scientific help binduvate.
Okay, I know. To each his own. I think it's overkill. I think more 90% of people who watch this movie will not know the difference whether I use a After Effects effect, which I took maybe 2 hours to make. Okay, overkill. Third of all is style over substance. Because at the end of the day, Interstellar should be a story between a father and a daughter, but it's all about the other jilly-milly you get caught up in. Obviously the ending scene is nice. He comes back and for him it's like what, a month? A week? I don't know. I forgot. I can't remember. That's a beautiful moment.
It's like a few hours.
No. But then fucking hell, library in a job. I'm also into science, okay? And their version of the fourth dimension was whack. It was a stupid floating library where if you move a watch, you can. It seemed like what do you call it? Deus ex machina, where like somebody comes in and saves the day, Zumbi. It didn't make sense for the story, Zumbi. If you want to tie it all up more, then Inception was a really good tie-up. Because it's about like quote, dream world zinigi. He doesn't know how to differentiate reality. Oh, he's like, what the fuck? And in the end scene, when you spins the top, you don't know whether he's in dream or not. Wow, very poetic, so much meaning. What's Interstellar about? What? That in space time goes by slowly, and I can go to the fourth dimension and move a watch, and now you know how to fix Earth civilization. It makes no sense to me. So if you want to talk about like science fiction and in story complexity, I always tell you Arrival is a much better film. So that's my take on Interstellar, which I keep telling.
I think Interstellar.
Yes, okay. Sorry. Yeah, but Interstellar. Tell me why, if you guys like Interstellar or not. And Interstellar is like also the safe choice. Like someone with no opinion, what's your favorite science fiction movie? Interstellar. Why? Because of Nolan. I suck his dick in, and I don't know.
No, I think it's a good movie, but like in the movie he has 2 kids, but he has an older son as well. Like it was all about the daughter. What about the son, man?
Murph.
But Matthew McConaughey acting
oh man, there's so many other good Matthew McConaughey movies. Yes,
Dallas Buyers Club.
Dallas Buyers, and he overrated each other. He's just skinny. Basically, he's
Wolf of Wall Street.
Wolf of Wall Street cameo, damn good cameo. You want to watch good movie? Dazed and Confused. And acting. Or Rat. Any movie. Rom-coms are good.
Tropic Thunder.
He's okay. He's forgotten character, but very good. No,
he was a good manager.
But for me, yeah, I think Nolan. I liked till that point. Nolan got stalled with sway. The other movies started with sway. Oppenheimer was such a hard watch. It was so slowly paced, but okay, good movie in a way. What was it? Dunkirk was so slow. My God, ni thesing tamasup. And Tenet was like, my God, if you don't focus, kanya hame my God. Now, in terms of that, CGI is very nice, but confusing. And the ending was so predictable. Nolan, at this point, everyone knows you have a twist, and everyone knows it ties everything up. By now, you know. Okay, so like, I don't know. If you watch one Nolan film, you watch them all.
Odyssey excited him.
He'll probably make something. Now I'll tell you one thing. Okay, this is how Nolan works. He'll probably have Leonardo DiCaprio, or he'll have what's his name now? Tom Hardy's one movie now, 100%. Because that's Cillian Murphy one movie. Then he'll have a movie where these 2 protagonists have to go somewhere. Huh? That's it.
Inception.
And I go back. Christian Bale. Okay, because I knew what was this movie.
Prestige.
Prestige is a good movie. That's a good movie.
That you can agree.
That I can agree. It ties everything up with it.
Are you watching closely?
Because the first trick, the movie ends with that final trick also. And how
magic trick
sacrifice
has 3 acts. No, 3 acts in the breakdown.
The movie has 3 acts. It's a perfect movie. Very good movie.
Making something disappear isn't enough. You have to make it come back. The daughter,
ekdam movie.
Tesla,
the Tesla. And it shows like the sacrifice you have to make. Bird trick he kills the bird. No.
That's why he's in Colorado Springs, because of the current wars. Thomas Edison, you're trying to monopolize his. No.
Yeah. But I think anime. Now we go on another track. But Tesla, obviously Tesla didn't get his flowers. Okay, Edison got it. But the first desktop computer was designed by Xerox. But on Jobs was the first one to popularize it with his Mac, and then Bill Gates was the first one to popularize with Windows software. So they were not the first, but they were the one to perfect it and the one to capitalize on it. Same way, Microsoft was the first one to make tablets. What did Steve Jobs do? He came up with iPad. No one knows what a Microsoft tablet looks like. In terms of phone operating system, it was probably, I think Microsoft also comes to Windows OS, and then maybe Android, and then iOS came up. So I say just because you're the first one to come up with it doesn't make you the best. So think about it. Then you'll be using Xerox computers, Windows OS phone, then
Walkman phones.
Walkman phones, the more.
I miss you, Walkman.
But then like who is the first one to like take it? And then even do you know about Monopoly Shega?
Monopoly, the game.
The Monopoly got popular during 1920s or 30s by this guy who wanted to make a game about the American Monopoly system. But no, actually, the fun fact, that game is based on Rockefeller. Rockefeller had a you know who Rockefeller is? The first billionaire, no? And what you call. But that game was ripped off in 1880 or 1890. Amchig game. It's called the Landlord's game. Same though. It's just that he repackaged it, made it more sexy. So what history tells us is, just because you came up with it doesn't make you the best at it. Most likely someone will take it and make it better. Most likely. So I say if you want to be a successful businessman or inventor, don't try to reinvent the wheel. Find something which someone has created but has not perfected it, and then, go to the moon with it. That's why Norlha was saying, like, movies is so we cannot we cannot reinvent the wheel, man. You don't want to reinvent the wheel.
Yeah, but not blatantly copy, no?
No, I didn't also say copy. You take someone's architecture, blueprints, and then we build our house on it. Or we take the blueprints, we steal it, we steal the blueprints.
Troops, done this.
Like first act, second act, third act, climax, resolution, Yeah. We need to take it. I think what you call being an innovator is you're working for someone else to come and make it better. Look at Tesla. I said.
Large Tesla.
But Elon is redeeming his legacy.
Legacy, yeah.
That's the EV still Tesla number one. In China they did a test where they took all the EVs and they did all crash tests, like 10 tests, just to put the government companies in check to see whether they're on par or with the foreigners. And then they released it publicly, transparent results. Tesla So all the Chinese were like, no, we have to now come up with a better.
Damn.
Another thing is, right now we're in the third like mission to Mars, maybe one more. What's the mission to Moon? One. Then we had Project Manhattan. The Project Manhattan came first. First one to the nuclear bomb. Then the first one on the moon. Right now we're on the, I don't know what number sequence you are, but right now an AI, maybe we can find a super intelligent AI. The AI wars.
Then I'll be back.
Skynet,
the future na remember actually.
Now the superior AI, the ones we don't have access to, have become so survival tactic generosity. So he knows how to deceive.
Age of Ultron, remember?
Sure. It gave them. The only thing right now we have no advanced robotics, but once we advance in robotics, but it's going to be next level.
Arnold fancy.
And another thing Musk is doing now is going to implement it in the near future is AI taxi, which is almost 100% now. He's already invented self-driving cars. They already have sophisticated software. So now it's going to all integrate with the consumer, the hardware, and then the the software. So now robot taxis, it's going to be like within next or 2 years. So we're already going to advance, at least in that stage there. So I think 20 to 30 years, I think we'll have synthetic robots. One in 30 years. At the rate we're moving at.
Bicentennial, man, yeah.
Oh. The alien Earth series up. I'm not sure, you're not that big of a fan, but there's like 3 types of people in that movie. There's the cyborgs, which is like basically human with robotic arm, which we've touched on. And meaning our Ultron is way far. We're not perfected cyborg also. So cyborgs do. Then there's synthetic humans, which is basically AI human. And then there's hybrids, which is basically I take my consciousness. Oh shit! He's listening to me. Dangerous. I take my consciousness and I put it into a synthetic body. So it's a hybrid, and that is which is possible.
Invincible robot zoom.
Invincible robot, yeah. Robot, yeah. But he's like ultra genius, no? Possible, man. Would you like to be immortalized in a synthetic body?
No, man, no.
You want to die?
I'd pass.
You pass. You want to pass? Why?
Yeah, man. Good to be doing that. Just enjoys, man.
Enjoys it. And then you enjoy the afterlife. The shape of it. Certain do.
Cyberpunk worlds na 되고 많은 거. 뜨면나.
I don't want cyborg begomon나 synthetic hybrid begonai.
Cyberpunk world.
Onde. But that's like actually what do you call that? Steampunk and cyberpunk over like nitty gritty. Imagine a peaceful no. Ani de Wally
peaceful na.
Wally Earth is scrapyard. The namko de kitonte de.
I'd like to go back in time, not front.
You want to go back in time?
Like top 10 eras to be alive in the world and Thaye.
I think I'll be in 70s in America.
No.
Seems like a chill place, man.
Or 90s also.
Or 70s in Iran. Have you seen 70s
Japan,
Iran?
90s Japan vibe aesthetic
but the Japan 90s is still post-war there, so they're all like struggling to get a job.
Oh shit.
And Stephanie Sugi Samsung igole after the World War II that's industrial in the revolution Asian countries now. So they were all about making money they repressed. So I don't think that time, man.
And the best times to be alive in the era and like one of the best is like Athens time now.
Sexy na. Sexy na. Sexy the fourth interruption episode.
Athens not during that time.
Which time lo?
Socrates time this na.
Wasn't there war that time?
No. Here and the Afiki era nadi and everyone was considered equal, whether you're local or an Elliot bathhouse na the same na chono. The next moment you'll be there listening to philosophy from the philosophers because that was the hub. And there was cheese, there was bread, there was wine. So ni to tekaya paka dilo sanitation regime dilo they had even ani Rome also. Dele ani gachna. Anzumte best eras to be alive. Islam na do af era adne bitu in ani. Worst time to
be alive? Fucking Japan before pre-Edo Jidai. We watched every day there was bloodshed. Also World War II in Nanking. That does not seem like a nice place to live.
Yeah,
or at that fact Poland or any part of Central Europe was not nice during that period. Then
Pompeii.
Pompeii. But Bhutan throughout time, man.
Stagnant, yeah.
No, nice to live there. Peace there. Peace there.
Same thing. Perpetual. Let's see, the Shire and the Dism feel
When do you think was the most bloodshedded time? During pre-monarchy? You think there was bloodshed?
Here, yeah?
Oh, Bhutan. Desi, pen lop time answer. Bloodshed as the woman.
Yeah, there was
little brutal times.
Yeah.
Medieval times, women.
They don't want that. I eat miss it.
Best times to be alive. Best time, yeah, man. Do you know like how Iran looked like Persia in 70s?
I know.
They didn't have Sharia law about that.
Yeah, I know.
And then, do you know why it happened?
Yeah, I know.
America there. No, British. BP.
Because of the biggest party in the world.
Why do you know about the party? I knew that the British came and with BP.
Persia. So Hemani, I forgot. It's very vague. My Minglo titles. This I'm sorry, but before that, it's free denominator. Girls were wearing.
Yeah. Basically, they were free to wear whatever they want. You know what?
So I think the Shah in the Shah. Sorry.
Whatever the king or the leader.
Okay, I'll just say the king. And Prince he was studying, he was brought up in a Western and the education part Europe, this Najo fancy dinners. So when he came back, he had no context
of Persian lifestyle, yeah.
Persian lifestyle, but he was more
Western.
Yeah, more westernized as compared to his Persian counterpart. So the Persian Empire 1000 years anniversary date the ancient city of Persepolis, which is now a desert.
Oh.
He was gonna host the biggest, most expensive party in history, man.
Okay.
So Kogi and he went after Kwanzum King Be but he wanted to host that for 1000 years of Persian So on the first place, first desert place, no forest group is in the Kui.
Wow.
And the Suba.
Wow. During the 70s.
Yeah. The fountain, the set to birds, the same, and not native to that place. Probably import baby just to be released in the grand Bizoni. Chef, the say France, ki best bar.
Oh, damn.
So we did it spin bay and get a tent. This is all the world leaders care for to celebrate 1,000 years of Ante. So that's the only place in history where you can find queens, kings, leaders of groups, revolutionary groups, and the same in one picture. So, but after that, because of the aftermath, so any leaders didn't what like rising and voicing opinion in leadership. He voiced it out like, country funds me, coaching me, come to do. You're spending it all on this extravagant party of your and Tshering idea, and dash, then revolt. Then he was chucked away.
No, yours is like the condensed version. I'll give you the more details. Okay, maybe because I was a party. Catalyst one. But basically, there was the Muslim minority, or at least the big, like, the government, Islamic government of their country, because still Islamic country, who was like against that shit law. They wanted to make Sharia law, lobbied for it all the time. So basically, British came to Persia, and then they started the British Petroleum Company, which you know today as BP. You've heard about it probably. Anyways,
Bhutan private.
This oil deals and then later on there was one guy which they corrupted the leader or the king or one of them, and then started a revolution there, and then had a deal with BP there, which their BP would probably like, you said like, we'll give you like half this income, no, or like we can do it like you can take 70 right now. I'm probably taking 30, but later on I want to take 40. So it's still a big deal, man. So then they chucked out the monarchy, and then the thing got in lower there. And by the time British got what they wanted and all, they already disrupted the country's like governance there. And then Sharia law there. Now they're talking about having Sharia law in England also, or Canada. Something like that. This fucked up part of Sharia law is also that most Islam people don't agree with the Sharia law. It's not very, very strict in law there. But in Iran, they don't cover up that much more. Still, we were not experts. Please don't take our opinions.
Do your own research.
No, please.
Correct us if you're wrong in the comments. Yeah.
If it was someone who didn't know, then it'll be more interesting to say, what's next.
Okay.
Check on some interesting tidbits, Jamaica.
Okay.
Do you know right now in the, what they call Nepal, Indonesia, Philippines, they're waving the One Piece flag? Have you seen that? Have you seen that? French Revolution in Nepal. But Nepal, I feel like, I'm sorry if any Nepalites are watching, but I think you're a little bit cursed, man. The beautiful land, birthplace of Buddha, practice holy land of Hindus and Buddhist people, had a monarchy that got crumbled. Now has a government. It hasn't even been 20 years, I think, and crumbled. So maybe from now, maybe it can go beautiful, man. Feels like back to back. Bad luck, man. Gen Z, 10,000 protest and then Indonesian, the Philippines get interesting. They were arguing because the country is sinking. Manila apparently flood chimna chu every house. Like there's pictures of people who are doing their wedding where it's all flooded. And then what pissed them off was like there was like this political leader Aluchi Nepo Bebichi who went on like a yacht, and they're like fucking there above the water in a yacht. We're fucking drowning. That triggered it.
And the parasites
yeah, man. Parasites is a really good movie. What I didn't realize, the extra layer of that movie is that they're out of touch, no? They're out of touch with like.
And the One Piece celestial dragons out of touch. So One Piece flag but more white beard flag. I'm more of a white beard guy.
So why do you like white beard so much?
I could tell badass Thomas really cool guy.
Like, but there are a lot of badass characters in One Piece. Why white beard, man?
Man, he's such an honorable guy, miss.
Next level, miss. It doesn't make sense. How much honor is that? Unrealistically honorable.
Edward Newgate treasure this Pinchas this chance family Vin Diesel family. He's the Vin Diesel of One Piece, man.
He's too noble, miss. Like, At the floor, you woman a migna. Too much. He's too white. He's too vanilla.
That's white beard.
동구성모
or Shirohige.
Dude, 동구성모. Last words must up the courage. William Wallace get inspired in demo. One Piece is real.
No, it's all based on a Japanese myth. Standing death of Ben Kelam Chitubate. Watch Belo. Like that's the area mysticism. There's one guy still standing. I've missed them all. But the come attack bureau. When the mist cleared over town, the one guy died standing. But and some legend was white beard standing there and he became inspired.
Interesting. Do you know about what's his name? Musashi. Bigfoot killer poet, warrior. By the age of 16, already 100 jewels gilos.
The fictional real life.
He was a samurai, man. He was a fucking back then. Like it's like, in order to live that long, you have to have some skill, man.
Yeah.
Think about it. He didn't die. He died of old age, man. I think.
No.
Oh, I think I'm not. I could be wrong. But then back in that time, to not die of murder is like, way, man. Even sickness, you'll be like, where at least you lived a good life, you know.
Tactics.
Yeah. Samurai. Ghost of Tsushima tsega. Because in Ghost of Tsushima you can go two paths for there. You can either go samurai or you can go ninja, no. And there's a thing, see what you call, there's a system in the game where if you choose to be samurai, it's more daytime weather because you're honorable. But if you choose more stealth, more tactics, depending on dark jonglus. So like, it depends. I like ninja tactic. Stealth game.
Stealth games,
yeah. On honor, you think seppuku, your whole bloodline is honorable? Or wise? Moja. Seppuku dakjana spiritu besta. Why? Because I spoke when it wasn't my turn during the master's speech.
Dishonor is made.
So to retain the honor, you have to do it. Yeah. But your bloodline is not going to be there to think there.
The splash damage of your dishonorment.
Moda. Okay, come Norlha. You ask me something. What topic you want to talk about?
Did you know, Ani? What other animal does farming?
Farming? What
Besides humans, farm.
Ants?
Yes, they were the first farmers. Us humans, we only started farming like 10,000 years ago. And ants have been at it for like 60 million years, man. So, any dinosaur meteorite crash bioda, any like Earth, haywire. So the only thing that could survive underground was fungus.
Okay.
Fungus, the ants began to
realize.
Pangea. No, Pangea.
What's Pangea?
Pangea, the tectonic plates, the continental drift. So when
that's Pangea.
Eurasia, the Europe, the Asia.
I thought the Big Bang was Pangea.
No.
So when tectonic plates separated and make continent, that's Pangea.
So that's the name of the Eurasia, the Europe, the Asia. The Pangea, the Sosochon.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Dash was connected. Yeah.
So
ants.
Fungi.
So and leaf cutter ants we always think they're gonna eat it, it's actually for fungus, so harvest fungus. So some fungus have become so dependent on these ants because millions of years they don't have any defense, and they have to be raised by ants. So then they also ants also some domesticated Venus.
The domesticated ants, yeah?
No, ants domesticated what? Other insects.
What kind of insects?
Aphids, the plant aphids.
I have no idea.
You don't know aphids?
Sorry, we'll put it up here.
Aphids plant ki nectar
okay.
So there's like some ants who pick these aphids, they always put them in the best and they leave. The grease be the gold defend be the some collect abu atsichi massage build and golden dozum stem which is like nectar energy. So it be rare. They rear other insects, the agriculture, so yeah, man.
Yeah. Mapalaranga. I've always been intrigued with ants, man, ever since I was a kid. So ants call it like, did you see that geographic video where they put cement down an ant farm? Fucking hell, man. They have a drainage system. They have a waste system and a drainage system. So they're very sophisticated, mess.
Yeah, the millions of years getting it.
So my theory is that just how we perceive ants now, we can understand an ant's, like, what do you call, the way of purpose to feed the colony, to feed the queen, whatever. We can understand that, man. And we understand the system, and we can look at it and like say, wow, sophisticated. I feel like there's another giant, superhuman giant species, which planets are like much than like balls more. But super giant species which looks like Earth stash and human stash. Look what they developed. They discovered AI now. Look, consider sophisticated AI. They've been here millennia. Look, from apes forms. And they've done all such now. But which we cannot comprehend. Yeah. We can comprehend what a drainage system is, but can you think what an ant will know what an iPhone is? Sumo. There must be fucking celestial celestial species here. That's my theory. There has to be celestial species out there. But the creator did it. But then there has to be a purpose, man. The sun shines. No, we get oxygen. No, because we have more whatever gases in the air. We survive because sun exists. Now sun survives because something must exist. There has to be some certain fucking chicken and eggs, you know. But what is the purpose of it all?
The gods.
Ooh, ants. What's another one?
Henry
the VIII, yeah.
Henry Big Show.
Big Show. Do you all know about Henry the VIII? The eighth king named Henry. Just kidding. He is Henry the VIII, but English kingy. I don't know know what English is. I don't know a lot. Recently, video today. So basically, Henry the VIII ki appagi ming was Henry the VII. Okay, fine. But he had his first son. Henry Tudori. So that time they were united family, but there was the whatever family combined with two roses.
Okay, I need the War of the Roses.
I don't know what happened before, but
Henry
Henry the VII, Henry the VII, and he had a son, older Acho, forgot his name. I think it was Edward the VI or something. So then he got Henry, and then he made so his Acho married the princess of Spain, so they could merge Catalonia, because they were both at war against France. And they were also, British were protecting the Pope, which was in Italy. So British was still superpower back at that time. So but what happened was Acho died. And Acho was a little bit older, like let's say 10 years older. So Henry had to marry, the plan was now, since Acho Shinigi, Henry will marry her. Her name was Catherine, I think. Catherine
of Aragon.
Oh, Ina! Wow. Mashe. But then anyways, Kunyen Chapchui, political marriage. And Henry Gigoslonga. Henry was like very young, but still they managed to marry, okay? So when that time, Shikla was with me, Henry was very charismatic. He used to throw parties. He was beloved by all. And later on, when the king finally died, Henry came into power. People were like rejoicing, finally we got a nice king. We're going to live good. We're going to look great. We're going to be fine. But Henry loved partying. Party animal. So he almost bankrupt the country by partying so hard. Almost, man. Like literally, like let's say 10% lisilo of the country's reserve through because of his partying. And his advisors would like you say, look, so he tried to jousting for some fucking reason. So at that time, like I told you, he went jousted, fell down, got a very bad brain injury, which now people look back and say that was the turning point. Okay. But before that happened, what happened was his father went to Pope, because in the Bible it says you cannot marry your brother's widow. In the Bible, something like that. But then he said, Pope, I'm protecting you. Can you just change the law a little bit? He said, I got you. Protect me. Went back. So when Henry went back, he was like, fuck, I have no money. I'm Because the party when he today me Kashbina Mashilatoya. You know what he did? He invaded France. I don't know why. He invaded France. And apparently any Koshlo Mugi wife Catherine Gi nephew Chidelosi. Now, not by blood, but because of her, they're related. He was like royal, like an aristocrat in Spain. So he said he'll help him try to take over France. And apparently they did, Lucy. But when they did that, and your nephew was like, oh, I didn't agree anything with you. So Spain took over something important. So again, they were more fucked. So when this was all happening, Catherine had like 3 miscarriages and 1 daughter.
So no heirs,
So no heir again. So what to do? So then later on, one of his mistresses, he got the hots for. I forgot her name, but she's one of the most important ones actually. So he wanted to marry her, but again by church.
Yes, he's not allowed.
So he went to visit Pope again. He says, I'm gonna need another favor again, and then allowed the divorce. So she survived. Then at this point, I think the jousting thing happened. So once he married his new wife, he found out that the wife was cheating on her, and then now adultery he didn't follow by the new Pope rules, so she was beheaded. So anyways, this kept happening, and he kept getting fatter. So he used to survive on 5,000 calories a day. So in context, one pizza, 1,500 calories. So he must be eating like I don't know, like 5 pizzas a day. Gluttonous diet. So
6 wives this team in the mo. Beheaded
he became Mad King. Then beheaded 3 people, and not only the queens was known. We were more like he could even do to the queens. But if he could do to the queens, imagine other people. So anybody who disobeyed him, said they are Henry.
That's a wrong move.
Anybody would be headless. So off with their heads. That dialogue comes from Henry. Remember, they off with their heads.
Burn them all.
Yeah. But half of his life he was a chill dude, and half the life he became.
And the concussion,
yeah, concussion, man. Brain damage.
Do me much wrestling Tandin how go.
Yeah. It's called CTE.
Yeah.
I forgot what cranium.
And also, how go is it that she loved him the church key. So England at the time was loyal to the Roman Catholic Church.
Yeah.
After some time, then he started the Royal Church. He became the head church of England. So that completely shifted, but it was them breaking away from the Roman Catholic Church.
Yes, they were Brexiting before even Brexit started.
Because he wanted a new wife.
For the baddies. That's why when like sometimes like let's say whether it be in a club or whether it be anything, I'm like, what the fuck? That's like the same. But when you look back at history more, fucking Troy was a fucking war because Helen got kidnapped. It was for a woman, and fucking was an epic war. Sita was taken from Ram by Ravana. Fucking epic war. Then like look at Henry just for the baddies he's doing fucking destroying the whole countries, man.
Game of Thrones more. Ned Stark gave his sister in that
Lyanna. But that I'm semi-critical to me for that. But then Troy is basically because of Helen, man. So now when I look back at it, I say, if the guys are fighting for girls more, it's perfectly normal, guys.
Chivalry is not dead.
Wars have been, civilizations have been destroyed because of just to impress a baddie, man.
Yeah, but on another note, King Lhazzzy, Marcus Aurelius this.
Where is he from?
He's from Rome, Roman king. Anita and the Appa, gladiator one. The horrible son.
My son.
Like,
his Appa, yeah.
How could a father so noble and benevolent have been given birth to one of the worst emperors of the best and worst emperor era, the direct Citinus. So this guy, Marcus Aurelius, era he was born like Jesus era, like 100-200 years. So anytime there was school of philosophy, Stoicism. So back then, Rome there was lots of philosophies, and Christianity was like outside religions, just spreading. So actually influenced them, but mostly. And then what is so Marcus Aurelius was a student of Stoicism. So he was not even meant to be king. He was just from a noble family. The king the emperor at the time took a liking to this boy. Interesting do. Then he made a promise, like, if in case of my untimely death, Marcus Zoom is the next emperor. Did him, you know, like.
But what are some good things he did?
So what are the good things he did was, remember, like there's a book called Meditations, and he pretty recommend me. So after looking into it, this is from his diary, from his thought process at the time. So they were going through the Roman Antonine plague, which is like one of the most devastating plagues. So Rome was going through that. So imagine him in his room, incest burned there. He could smell the rotting corpse from his city. Him putting down all his thoughts quickly. Like how a man should be. From my mother. From my mother, I learned the value of virtue. From my father, I learned this. From my friend, this, I learned this. Then emotion, every day I want to be better. Look out, observe the trees, the grass. They're all working for some purpose. So these are all from his own thoughts. So he wasn't expecting it to be published or anything.
Okay.
So this was him at his time speaking to himself. So these are all his thoughts compilation from a man that long ago, and philosophies. And the thing was, he was never gluttonous, honorable.
You and your honor, we get it, Norlha.
Honorable like Anisi, like Jimmy Khodi and he knew how to be a master of his emotions. He had a lot of miscarriage in the wife he called heartbreak. Like Ani Kole Dume how to Ani. So also at the time like because of, and he's known as one of the.
Did he die young, or was he around to raise his Mad King son?
So I don't know how he died, but a gladiator name he's fighting off northern King leaders and rule chunkuchi. Commodore, no. Commodores.
But then I really. Nature versus nurture, brother. I believe in nurture. So I don't think someone is naturally evil. But then again, you get these anomalies once in a while where they're raised right, but they become fucking monsters. But then again, if you check their psychics, after psychotic brain chain women are there. There was this doctor once, let's see, he did like brain neurosurgeon. He kept scanning brains to see. Then rarely, like 1 in like million, naturally psychogenial. Not that rare, 1 million. Maybe like 1 in 100,000 or 1 in 10,000. Then when that doctor did a lot of scans, and it was himself, he didn't know he was a psychotic person. But just because he never had a traumatic moment in his life, or he didn't have a triggering point, it never got activated. But it's the potential to activate was very high.
So Joker and he don't see the memo.
For sure, man. If you look at I'm also like into serial killers, no, like not to be a serial killer, but just to understand their mind. So show Mindhunters in Netflix. Sometimes true crime, you also watch. What you always go back to is their childhood. They always have a fucked up childhood. A mom would be abusive, a dad would beat them, a school who didn't understand them, bullies around. It's always those kids who become fucked up. Rarely, if someone is raised, in a happy household, doesn't have to be rich or poor, but something happy, good positive role model, good figure, good guardian, very, very, the percentage of someone becoming, a hateful murderer, psychotic person, less to. So that's why I feel like nature versus nurture now. I think nature doesn't naturally. Naturally cannot exist a psychotic person. It's very rare. Like even when we look at our Chris Benoit stage, this guy was a fucking stand-up individual, man. But he just got taking too many concussions to the fucking head, man. And then there was another serial killer. There was Aaron Hernandez in me. Cool. Serial killer, man. He just went into a murder rampage. His brain was also fucked. He kept hearing people. Randy Orton's me. So I don't believe that someone is by innately evil. Maybe 1 or 2. But it's society, man. Society. It's my not hot take, but warm take. We have void periods in our civilization, man.
One piece give void eras.
No, we have void period. Bhutan gave void period. Like I think history was humans. Atlantis era, and even like after the Big Bang, how can we collect data? Eras of civilization first, like the Homo sapiens and all. I feel like every now and then, just like our favorite comic book series or movies. Reboot time is a hard reboot. Hard reboot time. I think at least twice civilization has taken hard reboots. That's my theory. And I feel like we're bound for the next reboot now. We didn't have a reboot in a couple of 100 years, man.
Kazum reboot almost.
Huh?
Like calamity basis Kazum.
Basically, all human civilization dubs there. One Chihum somewhere. Did you know that Genyen predicted that a huge catastrophe will happen in 2030?
2030.
Oh. Did you know? Kashuna Yawai.
Oh shh.
Kashu Genyen bogi me. You can quote me on this. You can check it on. They said there'll be a great war. Basically, they're just entitled. And here's a scary thing. China has a vision called 2030, where it's the 100th anniversary of the CCP. Okay? And then Saudi has a vision called Saudi Vision, which they want to end at 2030. Everyone is preparing for 2030. Now that's something to be taken seriously about me. So hopefully it doesn't happen, but I feel like if it does, the hard reboot is 2030.
Pawo was jumped to the bunker.
Bunker. Don't you feel like we're heading towards that? But
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I'll just say enjoy a good life for about 5 years, man. Enjoy it. 2030, whether it's going to be World War III or whether we've been playing, I'll press the button for almost 100 years. One motherfucker's going to press it in a minute. I think we get one nuke, by 2030. One nuke,
Wow.
Not to us, somewhere, but that nuke's going to be dropped, whether it be in Taiwan, North Korea, South Korea, Palestine, Israel, Iran, New York.
Fallout zoom jonte, nuclear fallout ki jorjong.
But one nuke down in the society ki tanjung ya.
To retaliate this
Then you're going to end civilization there.
It's like a domino effect.
Doomsday device imo, basically.
Domino effect zoom. If one guy pushes it, man.
That's what I'm saying. With all the tyrannical leaders we have in the world.
So Cold War premise
who's going to press it? Who's going to press it? Now everyone has nuclear weapons. China ki parade na thoing khasem. Did you see? It's like fucking 10 minutes of missiles, man. Never ending.
What a horrible, man. Nuke. It's horrible war weapon.
But then the reason why US attacked Iran recently is because obviously they always say Iran has nuclear weapons. And the thing is, from their point of view, is they feel like Iran is a rogue state. But fucking them, the West made them a rogue state. Israel is a rogue state, actually. But what they feared is, the Americans and the Israeli point of view is, first of all, Israeli denies they have any nuclear weapons. They don't admit. Even Iran is doing the same thing. But they're trying to enforce Iran to never create mess. And Iran has come out and said, we'll never make me. But Israel signed a document. So last time, when all this bullshit was happening, US attacked Iran because they said that they are a scary state. Because at the end of the day, which is this is a little fucked up, man, but this at the end of the day, Americans have an agenda. They want to be rich, they want to have power. Israelis want money, they want power. So they'll never nuke the world. How can you become rich when there's no one else there, man? What's the point? Or maybe even if you nuke some part more, if you're going to get your nuke back, splash damage, not some repercussions to the economy. So they're less likely to start a nuke war. But Iran is like, fuck all, see. It's like, fucking, you want to make our lives worse? We'll just fucking do jihad and destroy the whole kamikaze world. They're prepared to do that. So in the event of a nuke war, even though Iran doesn't seem like the bad guy in the situation, they are more likely to do it because they're like, fuck all, I don't give a fuck now. Let's go for the hard reboot, I'm ready. They're ready. So until and unless you get to that state, then we never know, man. But 2030, something's going to happen. So kids, parents, fellow humans, if watching this, 5 years, enjoy, enjoy. If some crush you want to text, some country you want to travel to, some what do you call, what's the word now? Some hobby you want to get in, you want to learn piano, I don't know. What to go. 5 years do the enjoy beta. We never know. Yeah. Okay. All right, we're back, but I gotta leave. Okay, so.
Oh, wow.
Bas was almost time. All right, in Norlha, you got last subject. No, we don't have time. Next time. Okay, you're gonna promote the album, man. You said something.
yeah.
Let's do that.
Kimi te quick was like by this time any episode release jo da within the next few days or before that Flex release jo and at time go don. But please watch Flex ngachi album Bill on the Lami. We have like select that but 16 17 songs to another big best.
Why not put all the 17 songs there?
Matt, that's just segregate.
B-side.
Huh?
B-side, A-side there.
Gade Biru, like time going back. We've been working on the album, and I think it's a good year for hip hop. More this year, I think 2025 in Bhutan. Yeah. A lot of new groups have been coming up. Rapper Sab this year do a lot of OGs making comebacks as well. Album I will make it a good year for hip hop for all the viewers. Remember, 2025, 2013, it's 2025 hip hop years Bhutan now. So I'm really excited. Bhutan halamdu like Yeba Pemi halamdu artists the same, and a lot of new groups coming up, a lot of people making music. So I think for the viewers it's gonna be a good time. Remember, so ngachiki album the chika hip hop the ani melody songs achichi. So it's a mix ngachiki beul na migi lalu shabra themidu lalu tumnu themidu ngachiki ara tombe ani chizo tai ngachiki announce byong jobara the them da chi chapter bit soup atsirinian so chin katsui amchiralamni be.
It's going to be out on streaming. So you get channel name.
Yeah, like most of video garage but most we're trying to make that backlog
visualize or
so flex most probably another sexy ju let me see PC at the GOET and
Zega video.
Ani zotsai almost.
So then it'll also be out on thumb drive lumena. So thumb drive na ani Korean zumbi album ani album art
tago eba tenga chitir mimos vani ngachi YouTube na thomi views ani 10 be sudnis noi.
It's going to cost a lot to make a thing what digital.
Use binyo that's jo minute the bulk binyo jo do minute
301 copies of news.
Ani nice 301 copies.
301 copies.
New me amche myondom, but as a collectible people who been supporting us that's
don't be too modest. 301 is also though. Even if you want to be modest.
If you guys are interested in checking out our music, please do.
Check it out. Follow Bayulgi on all socials.
And also other artists as well. They've been putting in the work.
Yeah. Check out it more. You have to raise yourselves up, man. Okay, that's it. That's all I remember. I gotta go now. Okay, thank you to our podheads. Look up. Okay, and to Doti also, our podhead pro. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for watching. If you're watching this podcast for the first time, please do consider subscribing. It helps the channel. We're road to 16K. And we're almost at 100 episode. What's that? 97.
When you were intoxicated.
No.
Is it real?
I think it's a good number. Because I'm a fan of community. I'm a fan of Dan Harmon. No, the thing is
time is now in the.
This is going to be a rant, but basically everything deserves to have an end. Sometimes you cannot choose the endings. So I feel like if you choose the ending, is good. And in community, the running joke of the series is 6 seasons and a movie long, but and then they finally did it recently. Because the movies only planned because 6 seasons high, and the show ended cancelled more. So I thought 100 episodes in the movies, the jokes were there. So check out 108 women. So I'll hold that off until 108. Hema the 100 since it's over, but tagila mo the retired big is no 108 is okay. Then we'll see we'll see what happens. But anyways, 100th episode na big announcement. Big announcement. It's you, me, and Jamyang related. Now think about that.
Oh.
Let's announce that on 100th. That'll be a good day to announce it. No. That'll be a good day to announce because it falls in line with my plans there. Phase 2.
Marvel
phase
timelines
2. Marvel Phase 2 there.
Sci-fi gigi.
Marvel Phase 2. Marvel Junior Cinematic Universe. Kevin Feige. Phase 2. We'll announce Phase 2. So Phase 1 is coming. It's the end game. We're in the end game now, Norlha. We're in the end game now. All right. Okay. Anyways, until next time. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Already. For listening.